everybody, my name is Brooke.
Hey, I'm James.
And this is our doctor, Sassy Lee Humphrey-Nietzsche.
I get a credit.
He will not get full custody or last name until the wedding day. It's part of the perks of marrying this. Anyway, Sassy is a 5-year-old, nearly 5-pound Maltese. She is donning a pink tail. More on that later. And James, you want to introduce your pride and joys behind us?
We also have this going on behind us. We have a 200-gallon African cichlid tank. I'm also a lucky guy because I'm allowed to have another tank in the bedroom. So there's only so many girlfriends that would allow 2 6-foot tanks in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Good save. I don't think there's any other girlfriends. Anyway, we got Sassy. I got Sassy actually 5 years ago, the day after Christmas, and shortly thereafter I met James the first week of January. So Sassy has had James as a fabulous father figure for quite her whole life now, practically. And James, how long have you had the fish? I've had the fish.
Fish is a fairly new thing. I've only had it for like a couple of years. Originally it was going to be Brooke's idea.
I wanted a goldfish bowl. Just one fish to take up some empty space on a desk.
So she said, oh, we'll get a goldfish bowl. And I was like, oh, maybe, yeah. So then I was thinking, well, if we're gonna have a fish, let's have fish.
We don't do anything. What's the word I'm looking for? Go big or go home.
Right.
Oh, there are many funny stories about, including this one here, our little fur baby. I think a regular funny moment I always get stared at is whenever I go out either in the baby bajorn with Sassy, or I have a hoodie that she fits in the blanketed pocket of, and it's definitely our color scheme. It's got paws on it. It's adorable. So anytime I bring her out in those, that's always, we get some funny stares.
You think you get funny stares? I mean, my stares when I'm on my own, taking out a 4-pound fluffy white dog with a pink tail. Then I'm getting some funny looks.
Yeah, tough guys wear pink is the saying, but it's more like tough guys walk cute dogs with pink tails. I think another one of the moments I'm very proud of, Sassy was my hype girl at Street Food Cinema, which is like an outdoor movie situation. It was 8 Mile, the Eminem film, and they had a rap battle. And I won the rap battle in front of a crowd of probably like, in my mind it was thousands, it was probably just hundreds, of Lose Yourself, and Sassy is in the video, and we color coordinated, and it was great. Every year I put on an event, or multiple events, with our dog mom blog, Miss Holly Wolf. I'm really passionate about taking kind of fluffy subject matter and using it to shine a light on things that are more important and maybe are a little bit harder to talk about. So 2 years ago I hosted Coachella. This year we were supposed to have it again coming up in the spring, but due to COVID-19 we are postponing it. So the human Coachella will be in October, and that's actually when Sassy's birthday is. Normally last year we had a Halloween pumpkin patch costume contest birthday party for Sassy, but this year I think we'll do Coachella and a birthday party combined. So it is Coachella for dogs, but it has a deeper matter aside from dogs coming in flower crowns and pet psychics and music for them. It's all to raise money for charity, to spotlight dog rescues. We have rescue animals there. All the funds go back to those in need. Since getting Sassy and since starting our Dog Mom blog, of course it's connected us to a lot of really awesome people, but more importantly it's allowed us to give back and really delve into the world of rescue and what a dark space it is, and how much we can do to empower it and change that space. So I'm really grateful for you, Sassy, for that, because 5 years ago when I thought that I was just getting a dog, I had no idea that my entire world would be changed. Definitely, and it's a joint thing because James is my cameraman, content creator behind it, so it's a family affair.
I take the Instagram boyfriend to a whole new level. We live right at the doorstep of Runyon Canyon in LA, so we do that often, but now see that's been closed down and it's not safe to go out and you gotta stay isolated. We do laps around the swimming pool, so we're lucky enough to have a little swimming pool in our complex, and Sassy likes to chase one of us or both of us as we do laps, swimming around, running around the swimming pool. So that's how we keeping Sassy's exercise.
She hasn't fallen in yet. It might be a little too chilly.
She did fall in one last year.
We were having a pool party, and James and I were taking a photo on a float, and I think she saw that as, oh my gosh, mom and dad are there. Either I need to be in this photo or they need my help. Dove in, missed the float, and we had a soggy Sassy. I'm a big yogi, and I find that especially in these times, it's been really refreshing to like just take a moment and breathe and get as much fresh air as possible. Because we can't leave, but we're really fortunate to have a cute little courtyard outside, right outside of our doors. So literally just leave the glass doors open and Sassy comes to and fro. She was joining me for yoga earlier. I have a yoga mat with Sassy's face on it. So there are many things that I have that have Sassy's face on it, and that is one of them. So yoga, it was funny actually, I think the last time we were on a walk, she gave up, she was pooped, and I was carrying her, and I just started using her as a little weight. So it's a good 5-pound shoulder press weight. If you have bigger dogs, you know, I encourage...
Put them on your back, it's the squats in.
Exactly, you don't have weights, people are complaining about no gym. Just do a little home workout. Doga is a thing, look it up. There's many ways you can incorporate your pet into your workouts. I have actually considered getting a stroller. I know, I never thought that I'd go to that level, but Chewy does sell them. Just to have as like some extra core work while I'm jogging, a little extra, you know, and that way she can still enjoy the fresh air. We are taking the quarantine very seriously, and as pet parents, there are several things that we can do, even just to flatten the curve. So we have ordered a grass patch that is delivered to our door, and that way we don't have to go outside, because even just touching handles to gates and things that is a common space for neighbors that could spread the germs quickly. So just by her going out on our patio, doing her business and coming in, we are not having to be out and about as much. It's not on her paws, things like that. So, but in terms of what we've been doing, obviously spending a lot of time indoors. So there have been a lot of puzzles, also with Sassy's face on them. Like my Where's Waldo Sassy edition book.
So we have plenty of things around the apartment. Sassy blankets, cushions, pillows, posters.
Murals. I just ordered a latch hook kit to make Sassy her own little stuffed dog toy that looks like hers. Also, another thing that we're going to be doing is spring cleaning. We've started doing that. Sassy has an endless amount of toys, bones, clothes. She has her own closet. So we're going to be doing a spring cleaning and going through things and donating them to local shelters, because that is another thing I'm hugely passionate about in this time, is making sure that because I know how much joy Sassy's brought to us during this time of quarantine and having that extra little companion, and I want to encourage people to foster right now because it's the perfect time. You have nothing else to do. You have no excuse that you don't have time. I know James has been teaching Sassy a lot of new tricks. He's kind of like the obedience master here. I'm the pushover parent, and James is the authority. So, so she knows sit, shake, lay down. We're working on crawl right now. But the only problem with reinforcing crawl is my text itself says crawl with like a nice draw, and then and then this British guy says that it's like crawl. So I feel like Sassy's gonna get a little confused. So that's what we're working on: crawl, roll over. Who knows? By the end of this, she might as well be speaking English. Like. So you might have heard earlier in our video a beautiful interlude of barking in the background, and that is surely one of many dogs that live here in our apartment complex. We have what we proudly call the PTA, the Pet Tenant Association. So it's all the pet parents of the units here, and we usually it all started because each of us slowly over time started adopting dogs and meeting out by the pool, and the dogs would have playtime and we'd be there with our glass of wine, you know, talking about life. And we formed the greatest bonds over one common love for dogs, and it's great. So that's been happening a lot, even in social distancing. Like, we'll pop our head out the window and wave, and then the dogs will all be running around the courtyard. Our Dog Mom blog, we have a wonderful community online, and that has been so great during this time because we can virtually interact with friends and keep in touch that way without having to go out and about. So lots of FaceTiming, lots of cute little Instagram contests. Sassy did the toilet paper challenge. She's, I think, 3 toilet paper stacks tall. But conserve your toilet paper. Don't impulse buy. Miss Hollywoof, we have this great online network, and I actually have a project, an online, it's going to start as an online stream, but don't worry, it's already copyrighted and filed with the Writers Guild, so Chewy, if you use this, I'll know. I'm just kidding. I'd love to collaborate. Anyway, it's called Coffee with Canines, and it's going to be start as a web series interviewing influential people in the pet space, how they're impacting the animal welfare community, just as a fun place for pet lovers to come together and virtually hang out. I've been planning this for a really long time. Normally it would take place at pet-friendly locations, coffee shops and things around the city, but due to coronavirus, I figured now we would drop it and give people something to look forward to while they're in isolation. So that's going to be starting, and that's going to be a great way that we interact with our online community and Skype in and share good news through that. We are proud Chewy customers, members if you will. I order far too many things for Sassy on there, especially during isolation. I have nothing else to do but online shop, so my cart might be a little too full.
And I get plenty of fish things as well.
So yeah, we will really want to say thank you to Chewy because during this time, you know, we don't have to go out to get heartworm preventatives, flea medication, her food. It's a one-stop shop, and it's made those necessities so much easier, and we thank you for all that you're doing for the pet space.
Yeah, we're setting it up. Did you really need to go right this second?